Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another speed build, and sorry for that bed. I'm just trying to figure out where the front of the lot is so it doesn't end up all weird looking on the gallery. So I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Anyway, so today I decided to build a, I'm not sure exactly what to call this, a forest house. I kind of saw this picture on Pinterest of this like little hidden home up on stilts in the woods, and it just looked really like magical and cool, and I decided I want to try to like recreate something like that. So here I am trying to build this like long walkway, and my idea was I wanted to put a pool underneath of it. That way it looked like it was a little stream or something, but it turns out you can't put pools under foundations, which I guess I should have known, but you know, you'll see me struggle with that later on. Anyway, so here I am trying to pick out the right color woods and everything, and I'm trying to find a door, and I was really having a hard time finding what I wanted because I wanted something that was like centered, so I needed it to be 1 or 3 wide, but I really liked the island living like shutter type doors, but I ended up picking this door, and I don't know, it ends up looking fine in the end, but I was really unsure about it. It looked a little too modern, but I didn't want this to necessarily look like a super old house, but I also didn't want it to look super new. I was kind of like going back and forth with what I wanted when I was building this. When I started building it, I wanted it to be like a very modern, not modern, I don't know, I'm still unsure. I wanted it to be a more modern looking build, and it kind of changed a bit throughout. It really shows that I was struggling. It has a little of both. And I didn't know what to do up top here. I was struggling still to figure out if I wanted it. I wanted it open, but I didn't want it like actually open. So I ended up doing 2 archways. It's all good. You know, it's like that sometimes. And then I wanted the roof to kind of be like A-framed, but I wasn't getting it to look all right. And I didn't want to make it any bigger than what it already was. So we kept it like this. But I think it looks fine in the end. Anyway, so here I am struggling with this water. I'm kind of trying to make a custom pool tool so I can make it look like it's like a river or a creek or something. And I wanted it to go underneath, but it wasn't working. So we just settled with this like pond over here on the side. And it ended up looking fine anyway. Maybe I should have done like a second one on the other side, but I didn't. You know, it takes a while to kind of like hide it and make it look like it, you know, isn't a pool. You have to like hide the entire edge with like plants and rocks, and you know, I just don't have the patience to spend all my time doing multiple of these. So anyway, here I am filling it up with all kinds of plants to make it blend in with its background, and I did a good job, I would say. I hope you guys agree. And then I'm trying to figure out trees. I wanted trees that kind of like matched the surroundings, but I also wanted trees that didn't have too many low branches, because then it's, you know, a super big pain in the butt to like build around and to play around. And I'm kind of like filling out the ground. I wanted it to look really like kind of magical, like fairy garden-ish feeling is like what I had in mind, and it just it wasn't coming together. Actually, at the very end of this build, you'll see me go into the live edit objects to kind of add a little more to it, because it was looking a little bland. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. I don't know what is going on with that foundation that you can see underneath the build there. I was trying to get it to be on stilts like the rest, and it just wasn't working, and then at one point the game crashed, so later on you'll see me redoing a little bit of things. But it magically fixed that problem, so that's good. Yeah, so now I'm trying to make a little pathway, which once again I changed about 100 times. I was having a problem figuring out what looked right, because I wanted it to kind of look like there was a path there, but it was pretty old. Yeah, I messed with this landscaping for so long. I cut some of it out. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. And then I wanted lighting, but those like torches just weren't looking right. So I ended up with these little like lantern things. And at the end I go and add a bunch more, but I really wanted it to have this like magical, like fairy garden vibes is like really what I was going for. And I was just having a rough time making that happen in The Sims. So now we are at the inside of the build, which I thought I was really going to struggle with. I don't know why. Sometimes I have a hard time with small houses, but it was pretty easy, especially since it's just 1 bedroom, so the whole upstairs is a room. The window placement, though, I was having a rough time with that. I really wanted to use these island living windows because they were so open, and figured it would look really cool to have this like open to the outside, but getting, especially in the back, like you'll see me change the windows so many times to get them to like not look weird on the inside, but also not look weird on the outside. And I like this like little kitchen corner I'm working on now. I really liked how I had those like open shuttery looking window things there. And oh my gosh, I was going so back and forth with like what I wanted to do, because like I wanted this to be modern style, and then I was like, no, like this looks weird. And then I ended up using these, I think they're base game cabinets that I never use, so I was pretty happy to use them, and I think they fit in pretty well. And it brought in some lighter colors. I was afraid of this build just being like way too dark. And I put a fire alarm for safety. And then I wanted like a lot of little clutter items. Like I put all those little postcards up. I'm kind of just hanging lots of things on the wall. And I put this cool beam over by the fridge to kind of separate it a little bit. I really like that item from Get to Work? No, City Living. Oh my gosh, and that little kitchen or dining nook over there, so cute. And I gave them a big TV. I was kind of unsure if I wanted to give them a TV, but I didn't know what else to really put in their space. So they got a TV, and I kind of just shoved it a little under the stairs. I think that's one of the items that it didn't save and I had to redo. I don't know. You'll see in a little bit. It'll just disappear. I don't know. Maybe it was my game glitching out. I'm not really sure what happened there. Oh, and then I wanted to hang these like cute little fairy lights in all the windows because that's a fun touch. Here I am just adding a lot more clutter. I feel like this house, I put a good bit of clutter in it because it just made it look cute. You know, if you have a tiny house, you're probably going to have clutter, especially if you have as limited storage as these people seem to have. The bathroom, oh my gosh, I struggled with the bathroom, and I think this is where my game crashed, actually. Yeah, I think it was right around there. Oh no, not yet. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so my game crashed at some point, but I was struggling with the layout because this bathroom was like skinny and long, and I really wanted a shower, but I also really wanted that bathtub because I thought it would look really nice. But I didn't know what to do, and then I ended up pulling out this divider, and it took me a long time to kind of make it work the way I liked it, but in the end I like kind of enjoyed it. I shoved that shower in the wall. I thought that kind of looked nice, and I wanted to use this little towel rack, and like here I am like, oh no, the bathtub doesn't fit. It took a while, a lot of moving things around to get it to work, but I think I fit everything in that I wanted to fit in, although I just realized right now I did not put a trash can inside this build, but there is one outside, so it's really not a big deal. You could shove one in. There's still plenty of space in here. Then I wanted a rug. I don't think I put one down. Oh, no, maybe I did. Okay, I did put a rug. And then I was going to put curtains up, but I thought it looked better to be outside. There wasn't any, like, neighbors or anything, so it's not like privacy is a concern. I mean, not that your Sims are all that concerned. Oh, I took the bookshelf out. I guess my game crashed and I forgot about it, and then I put plants in instead. The bedroom, I went wild up here, so I didn't want it to look so, like, dark like it did. So I just kind of was like, let's fill it with some neat stuff, and just filled it to the brim with plants pretty much. But it looks really cool. Like, I would love it if this room was my room. It's so open. Like I said, I just shoved like a million plants in here. So that's awesome. And I put these like wall plants in, but kind of shoved them in the wall, so it looks like all the planters were hung up. And I had a hard time picking a dresser, you know, out of the whole 3 tall dressers. I picked this blue one for some fun color, and then I wanted to just fill this little patio with plants too, because it'd be super cool. Like, I would love this. I love plants. And then I also shoved some little rugs out here to make it look a little more homey and warm. Like, I wanted to cover up all the darkness of the dark walls and the dark wood floors, but I wanted to like keep the like woodsy vibe. So yeah, that's what we went with. Colors and plants. And then I thought that rug was kind of neat, and I wanted something on the wall here, and I just shoved that picture there. And here I am adding some curtains for the privacy that your Sims may or may not want. I also felt like the curtains, putting them in here, kind of once again like brightened up the space and made it look a little less dark. You know, just those white panels really did a lot. And then I hung a clock on the wall because clocks are fun. And here I am adding some finishing touches. I decided to move the mailbox, which I had on the porch, then put you know, some plants and stuff on the porch. And here is the trash can. Oh, look, another tree I added. I think this is where I really start to go wild with the landscaping outside. Added a cute little mossy bench. Yeah, okay, here I am going in the live edit objects, and I'm just shoving a bunch of plants in, like, all over the place. These plants are good because they're, like, super big, and they're free. I mean, not that that matters. There was no budget for this house, but you know, there was a lot of good stuff to kind of fill up some of this space and make it look a little less empty. Like, you can see over here was super empty. I put a big shrub thing over there. Oh, I added this like cute little debug fence thing with vines on it. I wish it would have been the same color as the other wood, but it still looks super cute. And I'm trying to add some vines and things. And here I am going through and adding a few more lights throughout the place so it's more well lit at night. And on to the screenshots. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and like this video and leave a comment if you have any suggestions on what I should build next.